Hello, I'm Jack and this is Entertainment World, and today I'll be talking about Army of the Dead, which was directed by Zack Snyder, produced by Deborah Snyder, Zack Snyder and Wesley Collier, and the screenplay was by Zack Snyder, Shay Hatton and Joby Harold, and the story was by Zack Snyder. So as you can tell, there's a lot of Zack Snyder there. And it is a zombie film set in Las Vegas and was released on Netflix. So, you know, Zack Snyder, zombies, Las Vegas, and then Netflix, who basically let him do whatever he wanted to do. You have my interest already. So I'll be reviewing that now. However, before I got into the review, I just wanted to say this quickly. Now, this review was meant to come out a while ago, because if you watched my previous videos, or even if you just look at the things I posted, or just listening to me here, I wanted to review all the Zack Snyder films, leading into reviewing the DCEU films, all the way to the lead up to Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, because of personal problems and stuff going on in my life, which I won't go into because I don't really want to talk about it here, and you don't want to listen to that. That that didn't happen like that. I mean, I filmed them all. But the problem is, at the time of filming this video, I still even haven't uploaded my Zack Snyder's Justice League review. I'm still editing it, and there's just a couple others I want to upload as well. And between Zack Snyder's Justice League review and this review, I wanted to do a couple zombie films, so World War Z, I Am Legend, even though that's more of a vampire film, and maybe one or two others in between. But obviously, never got round to doing that, so I apologise. I apologise for being late. It was just because stuff was affecting my mental health, and even though it's still affecting my mental health, I feel really guilty about how long this has taken me. And if you're watching this and I end up uploading it like in a while, I don't know how long, but if there's a big gap between filming this and uploading this, then I'm even sorrier about that. So anyway, still got those videos to do, but I've got a couple reviews to post. Got my Zack Snyder's Justice League one to finish editing, and then obviously I've got to finish filming this and edit this and upload all of them. So anyway, though, are we now getting into the review? Thank you for your understanding, and thank you for listening to me ramble there. So anyway, review starts now. I will do my negatives first because I like to get them out of the way so I can end on the positives, so I'll be starting on the negatives. Okay, so this is my first negative, and it isn't like a huge negative, but it's just what I want you to expect when you go in watching this. So, the first little thing is, when the film was advertised, the trailer came out, and, you know, all of that, it advertises very, like, action, fun, zombie film. It's great, yeah, looks like just an absolute blast. Not much plot, seems very basic, and it's just going to be really easy to follow, with not a lot of character or plot, you know, going on. That is not what this film is. So if you just go to watch this film expecting like an hour and a half long film, which is just like 90% zombie action scenes, then you will be disappointed. You might end up loving what the film actually is, but if that is what you want, you're not going to get that from this. This isn't all this film is. So I just want to say that because the trailer advertised it like it was just pure action, going to be like just over the top and mental. And even though there is action and there are parts which are over the top and mental, it is, 2.5 hours long. There's a lot of character stuff. There's moments where the film slows down a lot to have moments of dialogue and plot and things like that. So if you're just expecting this really fast-paced, non-stop action film that's just, like I said, 90 minutes, you're not going to, you might not enjoy what this film actually is. So I just wanted to get that one out of the way first. Okay, now the second thing is this, and that is, for starters, I just want to get this out of the way. I fucking loved the zombies in this film. So much so they're my favourite zombies in any film ever, or even any form of like media ever. They're amazing. I love the zombies in this film. And there's lots of different classes. You see the trailer, you got, the smart ones who are quicker, they're called alphas, and that's great. But this film also has the typical slow zombie, like the George A. Romero The very typical sort of like the have their hands out, walk slow, that sort of thing, and you know, like The Walking Dead, that type of thing. And in the film, they're called shamblers. They have the different classes of zombies have different names because obviously they shamble. They're very sticky. Their hands out, like I said, just go and slowly follow people, and they're really easy to kill one by one. The threat comes when there's obviously a huge number of them, or running out of ammo, tight space, that sort of thing. That's fine, and obviously there's a lot of them in the trailer as well. And this is a minor spoiler, but the opening 15 minutes of the film was put on YouTube, legally, I might add, by Netflix. So, you know, it's not a huge spoiler, but I suppose you could think of it as, so just a minor spoiler. I was a bit disappointed to know that all the action with the thousands of zombies, with the planes and all of that, and the shamblers and all of these sorts of things, that all happens within the first 10 minutes during the opening credits. So I was like, okay, so it was a montage. I'll get onto the opening credits and the positives, but I was just a little bit disappointed to see that literally every single action thing that had like the big shamblers and the big set and the planes and all of that, that was all opening credits, and then there wasn't anything like that in the rest of the film in terms of the planes, the thousands of them in the street, that sort of thing. So I was like, okay, that's fine, but I was just a little bit disappointed by that. And then like the scenes where in the trailer when they're all standing in the circle shooting and mowing through zombies, that's not a dream sequence, but it's like an imaginary version of events on how the plan should go when they're talking about the plan. You know, like when you watch a film and they're talking about the plan and it shows what's going to happen or how it should happen. It's that sort of thing. So like I said, minor spoiler, but it's a 2.5 hour film, and I've just spoiled like a few shots and a tiny little bit of a sequence which are in the trailer anyway, so sorry, but there you go. So those are just a little thing for me. However, upon rewatching it and knowing what to expect, it was fine. It was just I was a little bit taken back by that when I first watched it. But now that I know what to expect a little bit more, I'm much happier with it. And the next negative is, now with the really smart zombies, again, really cool, amazing. I would have liked a little bit more action with them, though, because there's only a couple set pieces. However, a couple action pieces. The thing is, those action pieces are actually quite long, and I think had they had more of them, you know, like another few action sequences, it would have taken away from the oh shit moments that those films are. You know what I mean? Like, if you've got a big threat in a film and it's, or a load of something or whatever it is, you don't want to use it too many times, otherwise when they do arrive or there's a fight or whatever it is, it starts to lose its weight a little bit because you've seen it before, you've seen them fight. It's like if you're playing a video game, you wouldn't want the big boss battle to be like in 5 different places, because by the time you get to the big boss battle, it isn't going to be as interesting had that just been like the one battle, because then you're like, oh shit, this is scary, I've got to know what to do, I've got to fight him. Whereas if you had 3 or 4 fights previously, you're going to be like, alright, fair enough. So this is just the same thing again, but slightly harder. So you know, I understand why there wasn't. It's just a little bit nitpick. I would have just liked a little bit more zombie action throughout the film, even if it made the film longer. You know, I'm not saying, oh god, there was too much talking, it was too slow, replace it with like loads of explosions, because, you know, I'm not saying that. Even if it made the film 10 minutes longer, because I don't criticise the runtime. There's people who watch this who's like, it's too long. I'm like, no, it's not too long. It doesn't. There's nothing in this film for me that doesn't need to be in there. There's nothing where I'm like, oh my god, this film would be so much better if they took that out. Because those things where you're like, well, if they took that out, the film would make no sense, or the whole plot of the film would be drastically different. So there's nothing like that I would take out. It's just personally me, I would have liked a few more action sequences, maybe one with the shamblers and then one with the smart zombies. But again, I was satisfied with what we got. I did enjoy the action scenes, what we got. And again, my own wish could backfire if it was granted, because then it could take away from the moments where there is action, because you're like, okay, well, this is, I've seen this now. And obviously with zombies, there's only so much you could do with zombie action scenes, because it's zombies. It's like, there's only so much you can do with that concept. It's like, it's great. You know, obviously that's fine, but it's like if like the Batman warehouse fight scene in Batman v Superman, as amazing as it is, you know, if that was like half an hour long, it will get to the point where it's like there's only so much you can do with Batman just fighting endless waves of criminals. And I guess it would have been the same in this. There's like, after a while it would have just gotten to the point where it's just like, okay, they've just been standing shooting zombies now for 45 minutes, can something else happen now please? So, you know, again, it's just those little things. And again, like I said, be careful what you wish for, because if my wish was granted, it might backfire. I don't know. I wouldn't know unless I saw it. But yeah, it's just those few little things there. Okay, spoiler negative. So if you haven't watched Army of the Dead and you don't want it spoiled, timestamp here, go watch it, and then watch this bit. Or if you don't care, then it's your fault. So anyway, spoiler negatives now. So if you're one of those kind of people who doesn't like characters to die when they get attached to them, obviously you might think, well, why would I want a character to die if I was attached to them? I would like them. But obviously sometimes it might suit the arc, it might be led up to it, you might expect it, you know, like if it's a main character in a sad war film, or if it's a true story, or if it's something like that, you know where it's going. And if you're one of those people who just don't like it when you get attached to a character and they die, no matter what circumstances, and even obviously, when I say don't like it, I don't just mean makes you sad, makes you cry, like it. I mean actually like gets angry, just doesn't like it. No, I don't want that. And then you're going to fucking hate this film, because Jesus Christ, everybody fucking dies. Literally everybody but one person lives, and then there's someone else who has a different fate. But so one person lives, one person kinda lives. What I mean by that is they're implied that they're going to turn into a zombie. So anyway, if you're one of those people who just like, no character I like can die, if they die I get really angry, I'm going to hate this, then you're going to get really angry with this film, because yeah, everybody fucking dies. Although apparently Zack Snyder teased that one character survived, and personally I'd quite like it if he survived, because he was the fucking coolest character in the history of ever. I mean, not literally, but I mean, he was amazing. But yeah, if like I said, if you're one of those people, this film will bother you quite a lot, because yeah, in fact, in this film, there's a moment where there's a really nice, sweet scene between two characters, and it's like, oh, it's gonna be amazing. Oh, that's so nice. Oh my God, are they gonna end up gonna end up together? And then Zack Snyder's like, no, because then a zombie then appears and breaks one of the characters' neck. So you're like, oh, okay. So, yeah, that's gone out the fucking window. So, you know, if it's one of those things where if you don't like that at all, you're not going to like this. Because, like I said, every character dies, apart from one, and one who's a zombie, and then one's teased that he might survive, so you could say not everybody dies, but every crew member dies. That's what I'll say. Every person who's in the team is a crew, except from the one who's a zombie. And possibly the one who's I don't know. I don't know what happened to that one. Zack Snyder's been very fucking cryptic about everything that's going on. That's a good thing, keep you guessing, but at this moment, all but one is dead and one's a zombie, so cool. So yeah, if you hate that, you're going to hate this. The other main character's daughter is essential to the film and played really well, in all fairness. The character does fall down that hole of, if this character wasn't in the film or didn't do what the thing she did, then everybody probably would have lived. type character. You know that one? Yes, that one. Like I said, she's needed for the film, and she's played really well. Ella Purnell plays her, and the character's called Kate. She's a daughter of Scott, who is played by Dave Bautista, who's the main character. And like I said, even though she's integral to the film and she's needed and played well, like I said, she falls down that hole of, if this character wasn't doing the actions that she's doing, things would have gone a lot better than they did, type thing. So, you might just hate that. It might be one of those things where it's like, no matter how good the character is in terms of writing, or how nice the story is between the dad and the daughter, or how well she's played, or anything like that, if it's like, if you hate that kind of character so much, then yeah, you're gonna fucking hate her, like Jar Jar Binks level hater, because of the way she acts and the things she does. Although I must admit, she has a good motive for doing the things she does. So, you know, just putting that out there, you would hate her if you really, really hate that type of thing. Personally, I don't mind it so much, and understand her motive. I might not agree with her actions, but I understand her motive. And yes, things would have gone a lot better had she not come along, but, you know, it's part of the film, and it gives the film a lot of heart, so I'm not going to be too mean on it. So I just wanted to say that last little thing there. Anyway, now I will be going on to the positives. And there are quite a lot with this film, because I really, really did enjoy this film. Quite a lot. As you might have guessed, I'm a little bit of a Zack Snyder fan. So, you know, him, zombies, Las Vegas, Dave Bautista, you're kind of selling a good film to me. You know, you're bribing me to watch this film pretty well, if I'm being honest. It's, yeah, you can't really aim, like, much higher with, like, trying to get me to be on board with this. It's like, Zack Snyder, yeah, I'm in. Zombies, yeah, I'm in. Dave Bautista, yeah, I'm in. Las Vegas, yeah, I'm in. Heist film, yeah, I'm in. Netflix, so Creative Freedom, yeah, I'm really in. And Junkie XL does the music, really fucking in. Zack Snyder did the writing and the cinematography. Holy fuck. Take my money, I'm coming aboard this boat, let's fucking go. So, are we starting the positives now? Okay, so, first things first are the positives. This is a zombie film. So zombies are obviously important. If it's a zombie film, and it's got shit zombies, then you're failing a bit already. However, this film has the best zombies I've ever seen in any film in my life. Like, the zombies in this film are fucking amazing. They look scary as shit. Their movements are scary as shit. Their general demeanour and, like, behaviour is scary as shit. Their intelligence is fucking terrifying. Like, holy fuck, these are, like human level. Well, not like human level, they don't do math, but they know how to do things. They can figure things out, and they've got sort of like a I don't know how you'd word it. It's like the basic instinct. They've got the human instinct in them, and it's like, okay, it's quite primal. It's that sort of thing where it's like, okay, they might know how to read and write, but they know how to do actions. They know what things are. They can figure things out. They work in a group. You know, that sort of thing. So, it's like, okay, they're fucking terrifying. Oh, and the noises they make. Holy shit. The sound effects are fucking horrifying. Like, if you were walking along, imagine you're walking along on a desert path in the middle of the night, it's pitch black. I mean, obviously you'd be a bit nervous already unless you're fucking insane. But you're walking along, and then you hear one of these zombies, you would shit yourself. Fucking hell, the zombies in this film, I go so far to say, the noises they make is the scariest thing about them. And that's not an insult, that's not saying like the rest of them isn't scary, it's just, the noises they do make is like, oh god, that's fucking horrifying. Also, a lot of the noises they make as well, not all of them, but some of the noises they make, remind me a lot of the Mutos from the Godzilla 2014 film. They have a similar way of communicating, and it's actually kind of interesting how they sound quite similar. But then they also like scream and shriek and make horrible gargly sounds, and I was like, oh, okay. You're terrifying. That's good. That's good. So zombie film, good zombies check, scary zombies check, smart running zombies that have spider-like movements and can climb things and jump and run and have literally superhuman strength. Jesus, like this one puts the I Am Legend vampire human things to shame because these ones can run in the fucking daylight. Like they're terrifying in this film. Jesus, they're literally as scary as... And I'm not scared easily by zombies. I used to be, but I'm not so anymore. When I was younger, but now I'm like, fucking hell, these zombies are... Eesh, you wouldn't want... I mean, you wouldn't want to be in a room with any zombie, but like, even filming this, I wouldn't want to be in a room with them. Like, could you imagine 100 of these? Even if you know they're people in makeup, just 100 of these shrieking at you, you'd be like, fucking hell. That's no. So yeah, the zombies in this are amazing, and the zombie leader Zeus is fucking incredible. Now, I'm going to tell you something. So, imagine a zombie. Now, imagine a smart zombie. Now, imagine a smart zombie who can run, jump, and has superhuman strength. And now, imagine all of that, but that said zombie is wearing a cape and a bulletproof helmet, and has a horse. Yeah, and it's called Zeus. And there's a fucking stick with a head on it. Like, puts it in the air like he's fucking King Arthur and rides around on his zombie horse. And is the leader of the zombies and has a fucking zombie wife. And you're like, oh my god. So imagine that zombie. Yeah, that zombie's in this film. He's the best zombie in any film ever, and he's called Zeus. There's a zombie called Zeus who has a helmet, wears a cape, and rides a horse. Zack Snyder's both insane and the biggest genius at the same time. He's combining those two, and then he's given us zombie king with a bulletproof helmet on a fucking horse. That's amazing. A zombie, like, oh my god. Zeus in this film's fucking incredible. And also, this is the only zombie film I've watched personally where it makes the zombies a character. There's scenes dedicated to just the zombies. They're characters. They're not just like I said, the mindless eat people, or even like World War Z, where it's just like shrieking and bolting at things. They have scenes where it's just them, and they communicate. And even though you obviously can't tell what they're saying or what the noises they make mean. I mean, obviously you could tell what shrieky, angry sound is, or maybe a saddish whimper, that sort of thing. But you can tell from the visual storytelling perspective, yeah, they actually have storytelling scenes. You see motivation, you see reasons for what they're doing just beyond zombies don't like humans, zombies want to eat humans, zombies want to rip humans' head off. That sort of thing. It's that. It goes beyond that. They have other motivations. They have a hierarchy. They have a community. They have rules, and they have scenes that's just to them. And you see all these things, and it's like, cool. That's just so cool. It's the only zombie film I've watched where it made the zombies actual characters, and I love that. Also, fucking zombie horses and zombie tigers. That's just the coolest shit ever. There's just a zombie tiger in Las Vegas. That's amazing. That's just fucking incredible. And it's called Valentine. What? It sounds mental, but beautiful. It's just so cool. It's just, like, I can't express how fucking cool this film is with just its ideas. So, yeah, so we're going to have a zombie army where they're all really smart. Oh, cool. What else? Well, the zombies will have a queen. Oh, that's cool. That's what. Oh, and that, she'll be the zombie wife of the king, who's the big leader. Oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, and he'll be called Zeus, wears a cape and has a bulletproof helmet. Oh, okay, and he'll also have a stick with a head on it. Fucking hell. All right, yeah. Oh, and he'll ride on a zombie horse. Yeah. And anything else? Can you get bigger than that? Oh yeah, and they have a zombie tiger. This film's fucking amazing. This is like, it's good. It's obviously mental, and they even put in the trailer and the film, that's a goddamn zombie tiger. That's crossing the line. Yeah, it is, but in a good way. It's like, it's just like every big thing you could do with a zombie thing. Every like, you're like, how can I one up that? Well, I'm gonna do a fucking zombie tiger. It's like, yeah, you can't beat that. It's just fucking amazing. The zombies in this film are perfect. The characters in this film are also really great. I mean, they all have heartfelt moments. Well, a lot of them have heartfelt moments. A lot of them have a purpose. So a lot of them have moments. They have a reason to be in this film, and they all stand up from each other, and they all have unique dynamics, which is great, because usually when you watch a film like this, there's one or two characters where you're like, why are you in the film? Like, who the fuck are you? Why are you in it? Sort of thing. Whereas this film, they all have reason to be in there. They all bring something special to the team. They all have a good reason. They all have a bit of a backstory, and they all just have their own little motivation source of being there as well, which is great. I love that. I love that. There's more going on than just sort of like, yeah, it's just a bunch of people, two or three of them important, the rest can go fuck themselves, they're just there to be eaten. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. They all have good purposes and a motive for being there, and you also get attached to a lot of them. A couple of them you don't like and you're not meant to, so, you know, if you don't like them, it's because you're not meant to like them. But yeah, they all have a motive and reasoning, and that's great. There's a few standout ones. Obviously, the main character, Scott Ward, played by Dave Bautista, is great. I mean, that's a great character, got a lot of motivation for doing what he's doing, has a lot of heartfelt moments, has a great backstory as well. He's a brilliant character. Vanderho, I think, is his friend. Again, great character, other motivation for being there, has a lot of cool moments, works well and forms a friendship with one of the other characters, and it feels natural and progresses really well, and that's really cool. Another character called Mikey Guzman, who is this YouTuber who kills zombies and does trick shots and all these sorts of things. He's a great character. He's a lot of fun. I mean, even him, you know, fucking YouTuber zombie killer, has emotional moments and a reason for being there. So that's great. And my favourite character in the film is the safecracker, Ludwig Dieter, I think is his name. And he is fucking amazing. Like, this is one of the best characters I've ever seen in a zombie film. He's just fucking amazing in every light, because he's like cool, and he's cool that he can do the safe cracking. I mean, that scene in itself is amazing when he's, you know, trying to do that, and he's inexperienced, he's never killed a zombie before, and he's trying to figure out, okay, what do I do? How do I go about this? And he's also really socially awkward, but he's just fucking amazing. He's just so, like, innocent to the whole thing. He's never killed a zombie. The questions he asks are like, how do I do the zombie killing? Is amazing, and this is every scene he's in is just fucking incredible. And he's also like, it's just the things he says. He's fucking hilarious. It's just like imagine you go to say something, but you say it to the worst possible person to say that specific thing to. He's the kind of guy who would do that without thinking, and he will also like say things at the worst possible time, and he just has like no like sense of timing or what's appropriate or things like that. And he's just so innocent. He's innocent to his own actions, and it's just amazing. It's just everything he does is fucking amazing. He doesn't have a huge emotional thing because he's quite a singular character. He's new to it. He doesn't know any of these people from previous. He forms a friendship. He's the one who forms a friendship with the character Vanderho, and that's nice and that's natural and that works. But other than that, he's not the emotional centre of the film, but he's the funny side, one of the most memorable moments, because just everything he says and does is fucking amazing. If it's cool, it's cool. If it's funny, it's funny. It's just everything he does is amazing, and he's my favourite character in the film. In fact, he's so amazing, I would want to do a job with that character. When I say a job, I don't just mean a bank, heist or breaking into a vault or fighting zombies or anything like that. I mean, that would be amazing, but I mean, I would literally just do a job with him, like a normal fucking 9-to-5 job. Like, he's just amazing. He's got, I know 4's quite a standout, like, oh, you got a favourite 4 people, but there's, favourite 4 people, but, there's so many characters in this film that it's like, yeah, it's like Suicide Squad, but better. So yeah, it's like a Rogue One, a Suicide Squad, a Dirty Dozen, that sort of thing, where it's like there's lots of characters. It isn't just like 1 or 2. They all have different personalities and different reasons and stuff like that. So that's why I've got 4, because there's 4 people. I keep doing that. I keep going 4 people. Can count. It's not in frame, but whatever. 4 people, but they're amazing, and they're my favourite 4 out of the film. So, yep, there you go, and like I said, there's loads of characters. They're all great, and I don't want to go into every single one, because I'd be here for fucking ages. Another one that's really cool is the Coyote. She's an amazing character. I mean, she scares the fuck out of me, but yeah, she's cool. Lots of characters in this film which are great, but yeah, Ludwig Dieter is my favourite. He's just absolutely amazing. The cast also do an amazing job. Like, Dave Bautista gives a brilliant performance in this film as the main character. So I'd say he's the best actor to come from a sports background. Like you got Dwayne Johnson, you got John Cena, you have, go back to like Arnold, things like that. You got the big people like that who come from more sports backgrounds. He's my new favourite actor to come from that sort of background, in terms of acting anyway. Because his performance in this film is amazing. I really enjoy his performance. He gives a lot of range, has a lot of emotional moments. He's obviously still the super cool tough guy, kills those zombies, but he's also got a lot of emotional moments and a lot of dramatic moments, and that's amazing. So, yeah, that's great that he can do all of those things. To be able to do the super cool badass stuff and then also be the emotional heart of the film, that's quite tricky, because that's like doing 2 very different things, One, you just need to stand there, look tough and cool with a gun and kill zombies and that sort of thing. You don't really need to be an actor to do that. You can just sort of... I think anybody who can get people's attention, draw people's attention in, can do that, play that part. But yeah, he gives a good performance on an acting standpoint as well, because of the emotional moments. I genuinely, wholeheartedly believe he did a brilliant job with this film. Matthias, whose second name I can't remember, I'm just going to call him Matthias, the German actor who played Ludwig Dieter, again, amazing. This is the only film I've ever seen him in, and now I'm a big fan of him just because of this. He's so good in this. I'm now a massive fan of him. He's amazing, and I can't wait for his film, which he's directing, called Army of Thieves, which is a prequel to this film. So yes, we are getting a film about Ludwig Dieter, directed by the actor who played Ludwig Dieter. Yeah, that's what he sold me. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. He's such a good character. Could you imagine, imagine a film you love that has a fantastic character in it, and then somebody tells you, yeah, that character's having their own film directed by the person who plays him. That's how I feel. That's amazing. I'm like, yes, I'm so in for Army of Thieves. Yeah, the actor, great job. The daughter, like I said, in the spoiler negatives, obviously I won't spoil it again, but I mentioned her in the spoiler negatives. Even though there's issues with the characters, which I won't go into here, she is played really well by Ella Purnell. Kate Ward is her name. Great performance. Ana de la Reguera, hope I'm saying that name right, sorry if I'm not, who plays Maria Cruz, who is an old friend of Scott's Ward, who's part of his mercenary group called Last Vengeance, which is just amazing. But yeah, she's great in it as well. Another great performance. They all give good performances. I don't want to go into them, but like I said, they're all good. They're all brilliant. In fact, even the secondary, tertiary characters who don't have the least amount of screen time, they give good performances as well. So every actor and actress in this film, regardless of how much screen time they have, give a good performance. Raul Castillo and Amari Hardwick, who play Mikey Guzman and Vanderho, are great as well. You know, they're my favourite characters. They're amazing. They're not the most dramatic in the film. They do have dramatic moments, but they're not the most dramatic. That goes to Scott Ward and his daughter. But with their dramatic moments, they do a good job. So, like I said, brilliant. There's one more person. I can't remember the actress's name. I'm just going to check that quickly because I just wanted to give her a quick mention. Actually, I can't pronounce the actress's name, sorry, so I'm just going to call her Nora and then the second name there. I'm really sorry, I don't want to try to. I don't want to, be really bad at it. But she plays a coyote. Not dramatic, but just fucking cool. So I'm going to stop that with the cast now because I will just be here because there's lots of them. But yeah, the cast are all brilliant and they all give good performances with the little screen time or lots of screen time they have depending on, how much they had. All brilliant. Now, they did an amazing fucking job putting Tig Notaro in this film. She originally was not going to be in this film at all. Her character was originally going to be played by Chris D'Elia, I don't know, the comedian who was accused of being a paedophile. That one, he was originally going to be in it, and then he was accused of being a paedophile, so then they replaced him with her, so they did a gender swap, but that's fine. She's amazing as well. She's amazing in the film, but they also did a great fucking job putting them in. Part of me wonders what it would have been like had it been Chris, whatever his second name is. I can't be bothered to check because I'm not going to waste my time doing that. I'll just put it there, whatever it is. Him, I wonder what he would have been like. Part of me does want to see the original version just out of curiosity to how if the dynamic was any different. I'm not interested or offending him. I'm definitely not. Before you get angry, I'm not getting involved in that situation. It's just part of me would be interested to see what that whole thing was like. Just from a standpoint of how different does the dynamic change and how much of it's the same, if it feels any different, and if his dialogue's any different. But other than that, she's great in the film. She is a great character, and they did an amazing job putting her in. And it just is another reason to laugh at Justice League 2017, because they can even do a fucking moustache properly. They can get rid of Henry Cavill's face moustache, yeah, opposed to a fucking arm moustache. Yeah. Couldn't get rid of his facial hair properly, is what I wanted to say. So they did a shit job with that, whereas Zack Snyder can replace the entire fucking person, and make it look believable. They just did an amazing job putting her in the film, and I will clap them for that because fucking hell, did a great job. Also, speaking of just good effects, whilst I'm on that, the action in this film is amazing. It is really good. It's got every good thing you'd expect in a Zack Snyder action scene. The long takes, the good editing. Of course, you've got to have the slow-mo in there, but the slow-mo is still fucking amazing. And there's just loads of great fast-paced zombie action. I know it's a bit ironic coming off slow-mo, but you know what I mean. And the stunts and the stunt runners and the parkour runners and all those people who are doing the zombies jumping over shit and stuff like that. That was fucking amazing. And just watching the crew having to shoot these zombies, which are feral running demons with climb ceilings and shit like that. That was fucking amazing. I love that. The action in this film is brilliant. 10 out of 10. It's just I know I wished for a little bit more, but that's because how good it is. I loved the action in this film. All the action sequences in this film were fucking incredible. The soundtrack for this film as well was also really cool. Really cool. I'm not just talking about the music written by Junkie XL for it, which of course is great. I love Junkie XL. On the 0.0000001% Junkie XL you're watching this, hello, your music's amazing. Thank you. But other than that as well, the song choices, actual songs which already exist, which were put in the film, were all great. I especially love the use of Viva Las Vegas, which was covered by Richard Cheese and Alison Crowe for the opening credits of this film. Was amazing. We'll talk about the opening credits in a minute, but that was great. I do wish they'd got The Gambler by Kenny Rogers, which is what they used to promote the film. I don't know if it was. If it was, I completely missed it. I mean, I've watched it 3 times and I still haven't noticed it. I wish I put it in there during the end credits. I mean, possibly maybe even in the film, but like in the end credits would have been quite cool because I like The Gambler. And the first time I ever heard The Gambler was from the Army of the Dead trailer, and then I downloaded it and listened to it like a whole fuckload of times. So I would have liked if it was in there. But other than that, soundtrack, music by Junkie XL, fucking cool, and the song choices, the songs they put in there, also really fucking cool. I love the soundtrack for this film. The comedy and one-liners as well was also really good. Now, I've never been one of those people who said Zack Snyder isn't funny. Like, I've always found Zack Snyder funny because he does subtle humour. You know, like Man of Steel when Zod bashes Superman and he hits the sign that says like 106 days since last workplace accident, and then it knocks the 1 and the 6 off, so it just says 0 days since last workplace accident. Like things like that. I do find that he has subtle humour. It's just because he doesn't have like the Marvel sense of humour where it's got to be a joke every 10 minutes and everything's got to stop for the sake of a joke. But people go, yeah, he's not funny. He's filming it to be more funny because I've got the attention span of a 4-year-old. Like, I've never been one of those people. I've always loved Zack Snyder and I've always loved his sense of humour. But you can tell he's tried harder with this film to make it more funny, and he does have more of that type of joke. It's still not as in your face as a lot of films now where it literally everything has to stop for a joke and you're like, whatever. But yeah, the jokes in this film are really cool, especially from Dieter, because Dieter's just fucking amazing. Dieter's just the best. Like, Dieter's just fucking hilarious. So, as you can tell, I'm a huge Dieter fan. Just Ludwig Dieter in this film, it's fucking amazing. So yeah, it's just, this film is funny, and I will give it credit for that. It does have a lot of good humour. This film, of course, is a Zack Snyder film, and like all Zack Snyder films, it looks great. So obviously that shouldn't be a surprise. All Zack Snyder films look amazing, and of course this film looks amazing. Looks well put together, well lit. The colours are great. It's his most vibrant film by far, but it's still just so cool. I love it. It just looks amazing. He did his own cinematography for this film. You know, he wrote it, produced it, directed it, did the cinematography. He's literally only like one step ahead from playing every character and playing all the zombies, like, and doing the sound. He could have done like everything, but yeah, he's done so much with this film, and it's really a Zack Snyder film. And of course, it just looks gorgeous. So, well done, Zack. I mean, it looks brilliant. It's another one of those films where you could like pause it at almost any moment and it would make a good photo. It just looks that good. So I will give it a lot of praise because visual presentation, this film's fucking amazing. Obviously, you wouldn't want like a photo of a close-up of someone screaming or someone having like ripped apart, or zombies like doing snarling teeth with bits of fucking throat in their mouth. But you know what I mean. The big setup shots, like, fucking beautiful. I won't go into them. I'll go into them in the spoiler positives, but I will just say really quickly, this film has a lot of emotional moments, and I won't talk about them here, but there's a lot of emotional moments. So that's great. I'm now going to be doing spoiler positives, and I will, you know, if you don't want to watch them, timestamp, because I still have one more normal positive that I don't want to spoil here, and I want to save that to last. So, timestamp, and then you can skip ahead. Obviously, if you haven't watched it and you don't care, then it's your fault to spoil. But I just wanted to say that now. So anyway, I'll be going into the spoiler positives. So my first spoiler positive is Zack Snyder created a world where the zombie apocalypse is started by a blowjob. Now, that is one of the best things I've ever seen, ever. Like, a blowjob that causes the zombie apocalypse. That beats all other reasons that there could ever be a zombie apocalypse, like in any form of media. That is the best reason there has ever been a zombie apocalypse in any form of storytelling. Like, that's just fucking amazing. A blowjob caused a zombie apocalypse. That's fucking amazing. This film is very emotional in places, as I said briefly a second ago. I'm just going to go into a couple of things. The opening, the flashback when you see that Scott had to kill his wife because she was infected. Fucking hell, that's grim. Obviously the ending when he dies and he's turning into a zombie and telling his daughter he's sorry and that he loves her and all of that. That made me feel really shit. Like, not in a bad way, like this is shit, but like, you know. And then she had to shoot him, so you're like, fucking hell, this is fucking dark. Like, there's a lot of moments like that where you're like, oh, fucking hell. He's talking about a food truck. This just makes me sad. It's like when soldiers talk about what they're going to do when they get home from a war that they're pretty obvious they ain't coming home from. It's just like... So, yeah, this film does a good job that I was like, okay, I'm sad now. So, yeah, a lot of good emotional moments. Now, a little bit of a spoiler alert for Dawn of the Dead, but, you know, 2004. But anyway, if you don't want to watch that for some reason, go here, I guess. But do you really care? It came out 2004, and also you probably watched Dawn of the Dead 2004. If you're watching Army of the Dead, you probably watched Dawn of the Dead, so... If you haven't, why the fuck haven't you? Go on, watch fucking Dawn of the Dead. Go on. Why are you here? Watch Dawn of the Dead. Watch Dawn of the Dead. And then come back. Like, get some fucking priorities. Watch... Sorry. Anyway. So, if you've seen that, you know the baby scene in that. The scene where the pregnant lady dies, gets turned into a zombie, and gives birth to a baby zombie, and it's really fucking grim. It's like so fucking dark. It's just like, oh my god, this is horrible. Like, what the fuck? And I'm smiling. It's just like, no, why? I mean, it's fucking amazing, but it's like, no. And right, so this film, so obviously Dawn of the Dead 2004 was directed by Zack Snyder as well. This film was directed by Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder with the scariest scene in a zombie film, both of which were directed by Zack Snyder. Because in this film, it's the zombie king got the zombie queen pregnant, because apparently they can do that. She then has her head cut off. He then rips her torso open, pulls out of his baby zombie that... I could tell she was pregnant earlier when he like knelt down and started like rubbing his head against her stomach. That was just fucking weird. But I literally, when I was first watching, I was like, oh, she's fucking pregnant. What the hell? Anyway, so then he fucking holds up this fetus of his fucking headless zombie bride's corpse, and then fucking Lion Kings it like Circle of Life, but it's dead. Look at me. As all of his zombie disciples are looking at him. And he goes actually batshit crazy, understandably. And then the fucking zombie army goes batshit crazy, understandably. And you're just like, fucking hell. Zack Snyder Zack Snyder with the scariest Zack Snyder thing in a Zack Snyder film. What the fuck? Like, what the hell? What the fuck? I'm actually proud of that. What the fuck? But yeah, it's just like... Fuck me. No. Like, then again, I don't know what would be worse. That scene, or actually, like, if she gave birth to it, I don't know what would be, like, more horrifying to look at. Probably her giving birth to it, so, yeah. But, yeah, fucking King Zombie, Lion King's his dead zombie fetus, like, the fuck? No. Bleh. I mean, it's cool, but bleh. No. Cringy. Not cringy in a bad way, but like cringy, like makes you cringe because it's just it's so fucking weird. But yeah, I love that in a dark way. So, you know, a couple of things, those two things there. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be a Zack Snyder film if there weren't hidden details, subplot, other little things going on. But time loop theories, aliens, robot zombies, like, what the fuck? If you know what I'm talking, you know what I'm talking about. Probably if you're watching this, there's a time loop theory. There's lots of evidence like that with the necklace, live or die. Apparently it's meant to be their fourth loop. I won't go into all the details, but the dead corpse, the necklace, like I said, the rider, the live, fight and die, fight and die, fight and die, which is what Zack Snyder used. He's been very cryptic about everything, which I mentioned earlier. See fucking UFOs leaving Area 51, all of these things. It's like, what the fuck, and robot zombies. It's like, I don't know, this film out Cloverfield's the fucking Cloverfield franchise in terms of like what the fuck is going on. So yeah, there you go. Lots of batshit crazy shit. So I mean, it's amazing, but what the fuck. So yeah, this film turns into heist zombie film with a lot of heart and emotion to fucking like Twilight Zone. It's like, what the hell? So yeah, fuck off Cloverfield. This one's taking the spot at what the hell is going on. So yeah, that's another great thing about it. So anyway, now I'm going to go back into my normal positives, because I just got one more I want to do quickly. Now I wanted to save this positive for last because it's such a big one for me. I love a good opening credit sequences. Good opening credit sequences are a very important thing to me because I love them. And if I was a director, I'd be like, got to have a good opening credit sequences. Got to have one of those because I love them. This film has one of the best opening credit sequences ever. Like Dawn of the Dead has one of them. His previous zombie film. Watchmen has one of them. Batman v Superman has one of them. He's very good at opening credit sequences, and he does it here again. This is one of the best opening credit sequences of all time. It's batshit crazy. It's zombies fucking obliterating Las Vegas. There's all this crazy shit's going on. You get introduced to a few of the main characters, all whilst to Viva Las Vegas by Richard Cheese and Alison Crowe. Fucking amazing. I love it. It's emotional as well. I just love the opening credits of this film. One of the most fun, dramatic, emotional opening credits of all time. I fucking loved it. It's brilliant. I'm going to go with fucking perfection. I loved the opening credits of this film. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up my review now. In conclusion, I do recommend this film a lot because obviously I'm a Zack Snyder fan, but also this film's amazing. I enjoyed it more upon rewatching it, like I do of all of Zack Snyder's films, because Zack Snyder films, you never really know what to expect, and you can't really take it all in upon first watching it. So watching it 2-3 times now, I do really enjoy this film. I've grown to love it a lot. It is a brilliant zombie film. It's my new favourite zombie film. I adore this film. Zack Snyder did a brilliant job with it, so thank you, Zack Snyder, for that. Again, you've just shown again this year what a fucking genius you are. 2 times in a row, same year. I mean, you show it to me personally every time you make a film, but yeah, these last two, the 2 films this year, you're having a great year on Netflix. Well done, you. You're doing fucking well. 2021, in terms of film, really is the year of the Snyder, because this and Zack Snyder's Justice League, the man's on a fucking roll. Like, I mean, like I said, he's always on a roll with his films, but it's just like 2 films in the same year, both brilliant. Yeah, both record-breaking smash hits on the streaming industry. Brilliant job, Zach. Although, like I said, it wasn't advertised how it is. I think it was advertised well because it's a good way to get people on board, but because the film was very different to how it was advertised, like I said, the first time I was a little bit taken back by it. And I've got to learn now to not expect the most basic thing on Zack Snyder film, because obviously he's not, and that's why a lot of his films get criticised, because like Man of Steel was not a typical Superman film. Batman v Superman was not how it was like advertised as Batman v Superman. It was a very different film. And the same with this, and for some reason I went in with that sort of mindset, and I shouldn't have done. I should have always expected the unexpected with Zack Snyder. But upon rewatching it, like other Zack Snyder films, I just like it more and more each time I watch it. So yes, I've grown to love this film. I recommend you watch it more than once, because even if you don't fully get it the first time, Zack Snyder films are the type of films you have to watch 2, 3, 4, possibly even 5 times before it all hits you like a Clockwork Orange or 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's like one of those. Granted, I've not watched the 2001: A Space Odyssey. I should do. I really should do. It's actually one of those films like I'm ashamed I haven't watched it, but it's just like one of those films you've got to watch more than once. because I'm aware you've got to watch that film more than once. So, or Interstellar, that's, again, I only watched that once, but you know what I mean. Inception, I've watched that more than once, and I've watched A Clockwork Orange more than once, so there you go, I'm not just full of shit. Sorry. But yeah, I do recommend this film, and I do recommend you watch it more than once. It's a lot of fun. It has so much more heart than it needed to. I mean, not in a bad way, but like, it's such a more dramatic, like, much better dramatic, soul-finding, soul-searching, heartfelt film than it needed to be. And it's just brilliant. It's just such a great film, and I mean that as a compliment. This is great, as in the heartfelt, dramatic stuff. So, brilliant film. I'm going to give it an 8.75 for film quality and a 9 out of 10 for entertainment value. So yeah, recommend this film, and I recommend you watch it as soon as you can, and watch it, like I said, multiple times. It is a lot of fun. Sorry for the length of this one, but I just had a lot to talk about. Anyway, wrapping up my review now. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry again for how long this has taken. I am truly, really am deeply sorry. I will try to do videos more often, depending on how I feel. Obviously, if I feel too shit to do it, then I'm sorry, but I will try my hardest to do more, because I do enjoy doing this. It's just one of those things where it takes a lot out of me, and if I'm not in a good frame of mind when I come to edit the videos, and I pronounce a word weirdly, or I wish I'd said something different, or I wish I forgot to mention that, or whatever it is, I don't like my hair, whatever it is, it just bothers me too much. So, please try and understand that, but I will try my hardest to do the best I can. I will be doing a ranking of the Zack Snyder films from least favourite to favourite for me. I don't dislike any of them, so I'm not doing worst to best, keyword, least favourite to favourite. So, I will be doing that, and obviously I'll be doing my Zack Snyder's, comparing Zack Snyder's Justice League to Justice League videos, and I'll be reviewing other things in the meantime and talking about other things. So, anyway, I hope you stick around for that sort of thing. Thank you for watching this video. Sorry, that sort of thing, those videos. Thank you for watching this video, and I appreciate you watching it, and I appreciate anything you do. Like, if you subscribe, that's amazing. Thank you. If you like a video, thank you again. Or just watching one or two of the others, whatever it is you do, or even just watching this one, I am thankful for it. Thank you so much for watching, and I do hope to see you in my future videos. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.